one of the biggest take-ups here on our wonderful channel, our community of chums, are when we discuss things like health. And people, there are certain people who mock it and say, oh, it's not interesting, or, we just want gossip and stuff. But it's interesting, isn't it, to share little bits and pieces that you find out about what happens, particularly in your part of the world. Let's not forget, everybody needs good health. I know I sound like a doctor here, don't I? But I've got a very good, eminent doctor friend who tells me so many bits of information about how certain things, work or don't work, or what we should be asking for, all of that sort of stuff. So I do like to share them with you because obviously these can be very interesting and, more importantly, very vital if you don't know exactly the rules and regulations. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. Yes, Dr. Neil at your service today. This is really just a bit of a quick story that I wanted to share with you because, as I say, when you go to the doctor, I don't care what anybody says, you become nervous, don't you? There's the twofold, isn't there, where you either tell them everything or you sort of hold back because you don't want them to discover anything so that you come out of there thinking, I'm all right. But it's always best to be honest. One of the things I didn't like about a particular doctor was, and this is just pre-internet, I remember going to see him and I had, like a very bad sort of influenza or something like that, needed some tablets. And he just got a book out and started reading it. And I thought, well, I could do that. It's now called the internet, isn't it? But one brand new development over here in the United Kingdom is this. You are entitled to ask for your medical records. Absolutely, you can go in there and request a copy of your medical records. But now they've put a brand new catch in. And I wanted to share this with you because I think this is vitally important. You see, normally when you went in, you just sort of said, I'd like them because either you're going private or indeed you just wanted to look at them yourself, or you're changing, surgeries. What they really like to do is keep that particular document between surgeries. They'll say they'll post them on or they'll send them. They do not want you looking at them. And the reason being is because they would make either cryptic notes or make comments at the side of particular visits, like, psychosomatic, all in the head, sort of a bit of a nuisance, always coming in. That was the true reason why. So now when you ask for your medical records, they ask you to give them 30 days notice. The true story behind that is that they want to clean up any records and put out anything or remove anything that could prove detrimental or indeed litigious against what they could have written. Now, I think this is vitally important to know because obviously you put your trust and faith in all the medical assistants, and I'm not suggesting for one moment that there are a lot of bad people out there, but it's a strange thing, isn't it, to now incorporate into that. The doctor, as I say, that I know told me that it was simply a case of, litigious sort of findings. If people sort of said, oh, it was all in their head, and then they suddenly did sadly contract that particular disease, they could cite that particular doctor. So if you are thinking of requesting your medical records, put that in mind. Tell them that you want to have them within 2 days and unfiltered. Truly, it is your legal right. Fascinating stuff to know, don't you think? Love to know what you think to this particular medical story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.